Hi everyone, welcome to RPA Explorers channel.
I hope everyone are doing good, and in today's video we are going to see an interesting topic like using Universal Application Connector and JavaScript to log into an application. So we are going to use the JavaScript to enter your username, password and just log into it. And the same can be achieved using other methods or other component like action set or any other universal connector method, but let me show how you can use JavaScript as it will be more faster and also it doesn't require any large code to implement it. So let's see how you can achieve it. The first step would be adding your connector, which is Universal Application Connector. So I have already added mine. Let's click on configure. So for the first time, if you are configuring, make sure that you filter your application. So in my case it is going to be Edge. So let's filter with Edge and refresh the pages. So here, as I have only one page open, which is this orange HRM website, I am seeing only this. Just click on this and click on add screen. So once the screen is added, you will be able to see the particular rules. So like based on your requirement, you can adjust it. Make sure that the rules are dynamic so that it will work on any conditions. So currently if you choose the index equal to 0, it's basically the index on the web pages. For example, if you have 2 to 3 pages open and this index which is equal to 0 defines that this orange HRM always should be the first page on the website. So I'm not going to enable this, maybe any index on the particular web page, and also you can just choose the title. So if you want to change the condition, you can also choose the comparer you want. So here you have equals, contains, start with, rejects and everything. So let me choose contains, so it will be more accurate on all time. And here you have something called URL. So if you want to enable it, just click it and go to the comparer. And if you want to do any changes, you can also do it. For example, let me change to just like this .com, I mean orangehrmlive.com, and I can click on them. And also you can see if the rules you have set is working on the page or not by right clicking on it and going into this refresh screen and elements. So I'm just refreshing it. So let me refresh it. Equals, so let me change to contain. Okay, so now it is able to refresh. So once the page is refreshed, it will be turned to green color, defining that the page is opened in the background and it is able to pick them or it able to highlight them. So if you want to focus the page, you can just click on focus. So it's focusing this particular page. Okay. And in case you want to know more detailed information about each and every screen's element and everything about Universal Application Connector, I'll give that particular video in which I have explained each and everything in a detailed way, so you can watch it. So for now we have added our screen. As we are going to use JavaScript, I'm not going to add any elements over here. Like capturing the element means you have to capture your username, a password, clicking on login or any particular message, whatever you want to capture, you can capture those elements under your particular screen. But I'm not going to do anything, so let me click on done. I have this activity which is called JavaScript. So the very first step is to open your application. So to open it, just double click on the Universal Application Connector and you have two methods like start and wait for script. So let me use this start. So the application type is Edge here and let's provide the path. It's going to be the start parameter. You have to double click on the particular screen which is this orange HRM. If you want to rename it, you can also rename it. So let me double click. It has particular method. So whatever web pages you work, make sure that you first maximize your page after you found that screen has been opened. So I am taking maximize it and I have to maximize it only if the particular web page is opened successfully. For that I am going to use this wait for create. So this basically wait until the application is opened for 30 seconds. So if the page is not found after 30 seconds, automatically this component will fail. So the default timeout is 30 seconds. If you want to change it, you could also change the timeout over here. Okay. So I'm just waiting for it to create and then maximizing the page. And then we have to use the JavaScript. So you have this called execute JavaScript. So on top of this, you have to open this configuration window. Like if you have any parameters to be provided, you could also provide them by adding over here and selecting the respective data type. First, let's see how we are going to use this JavaScript. So first step is to let's create a function. So I'm creating a function like login, and then we are going to use the respective script. If you are already aware of how you can inspect your element and how to use JavaScript, then this will be really easy. If not, all you have to do is go to the respective page or the element, and you have to click on F12. It will automatically open up the console window, or you can also open it by right clicking and going into the inspect window. And by the way, this page is a dummy page which has the dummy username and password. So with the help of this user and password, you will be able to log in. So yeah, and currently we have inspected the username. So it has different elements in it. So by going into the username tab, you will be able to highlight it. So if you see here that the name says the username, so it's highlighting the username. And if you want to go to the password, so this is for the login one, and let's inspect for the password. So this is for the password. So just to view everything in a single page, I'm doing an inspect on the whole page. Okay, so this is the password, and this one is for username, and below you have the login button. Okay, so first we are going to use the HTML element, which is this document. Okay, like you have different ways to achieve it. Like you can get the elements by the name, ID, or by the type. So I'm going to pick the element by the name, which is over here, and we have this syntax called get elements by name. So I'm going to get the elements. Okay, and here the name is username. So let's pick the username. As the particular page has so many elements in it, I am going to pick the first username. So like it's like an array that we are going to get the elements by name. So from the array we are going to pick the first username, which is this particular one. Okay, so I'm going to use an array over here taking the first value, and then you have to define the parameter. We use the parameter called value, and here the value is you have to enter the value. So basically I'm taking the username and then I'm providing it over here. So similarly, let's copy this and we'll use it for the password. This is also from the 0th element. We have done with the username and password. And now the next step is to click on this login button. So this is the login button, which is called submit. So we'll quickly do. Okay, so it's called document dot. And in JavaScript, it is essential to know how the application or the web page is built. So this particular web page, which is built like a form. So if you see here that it says that form actions, the login action, which is particularly built like a form. So with the help of get elements by name or tab, we'll not be able to get the exact result. So instead, I'm going to handle it as a form to click on this login button. Basically the syntax. So like you have to give the form. So from the forms, I'm going to get the first index, and then I'm going to click on this submit. So here it is like logging, but here if you see into this inspect page, the type which is like the submit button. Okay, so I'm just taking the submit button. So let's close it, and now this is done. And let me close it and call the function we built. And also we have to close each statement. So we'll done. Let's click on OK. Okay, so I'll close the page and we'll try executing this. And also make sure that your ServiceNow extension is enabled. If not, you'll not be able to capture the page with the universal application connector. Like currently my ServiceNow extension is enabled. Okay, so okay, so, okay, we have an error. Let's see. Okay, so it has to be, and also it has to be in double quotes. So okay, let's click on OK. So I'll close the application. Okay, so it logged into the application. Let me sign out and I'll do it again. I think the language has changed when I inspect it, but it's okay. Basically this is like username and this is password and this is the login button. Let me inspect. So it entered the username and password and clicked on login. So we are in the home page. Okay, I think this is good. If you want to handle the same without using an JavaScript, like you could capture your element with universal application connector and you can directly use the respective method. Like you can use the send keys or set text from that method and you can achieve the same. I hope you guys understand this concept, and this is a very simple example like how you can make use of this JavaScript when you are dealing with any complex application, which would be really faster than using the component. And in case you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comment. And thank you so much for watching this video till the end.